Good Thursday morning. It's a breezy one. Yeah, it's May 2nd. Things are just starting to dry up enough that, you know, it's supposed to be good today and tomorrow. But tomorrow we could probably start running that. Sorry for flipping you around so quick. I always forget that. Give you a headache. But flipping you slowly this time. They say rain Saturday and Sunday. And it sounds... it'd be a miracle if it didn't, let's put it that way. Because the way they're talking, it definitely sounds like rain. And then they show rain on Wednesday, in the middle of next week. So do you start turning dirt up and then get a shit ton of rain on it? Or do you just let it sit? Because it probably is going to dry out quicker sitting raw, you know, rather than turned up. I hate this time of year. Like I said, it's May 2nd, but we're finally getting into every day being at least in the 60s eventually. Yesterday morning started out foggy from the rain from the day before, from Tuesday. It was foggy, kind of a little misty, but then by like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was beautiful sunny. Yeah. So, I don't know. I do know one thing I have to do, so actually I might as well go do that right now. Grab me a shop towel. Oh, because the one thing I forgot to do, and I gotta hook it up anyhow, is I gotta hook the 6420 up to the fertilizer wagon. And I've never tried it to make sure it works, which, I mean, it should, because it's worked last year when we got done, but yeah, so we're gonna go do that right now, because I'd hate to put about 15 ton of fertilizer in it and find out the auger didn't work. That would suck. Alright, just ran that. It works. Got a couple little chunks that were left in it apparently. Remembered to shut my bottom door, which, you know, I've forgotten before, so the first time you start, you got fertilizer, you know, flowing out the bottom onto the ground. Yeah. You're shitty, hang on. So I guess I'm gonna fold it back up, put it back in the shed for now. I got a guy coming to get a load of corn in a half hour, 45 minutes, so I guess we need to do that before we worry about doing anything else. Loaded corn on the slacker. He finally showed up. Like Nelson, a slacker. It's damn windy today, which helps dry things up, but doesn't help when you're standing here by the bin. Whew. Alright, so I think later I might, Barb and I gotta go trim a few tree limbs. She's grocery shopping with one of the battery powered chainsaws, and then later I might start chisel plowing. I don't know. Fuck it. Jeffrey Moe told me, spit in Mother Nature's face, start working ground. Yeah. Then watch her spit in my face this weekend when we get an inch of rain or something. But I gotta find a place downwind. This sucks. Let me rephrase that. I gotta find a place upwind. Downwind is gonna be worse. I am downwind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So the wife just got back from grocery shopping. Got me a sub. I told her we needed water for the shop. She bought the cute little fellers. She thought she got the big ones, but we'll just have to take more of them in her cooler, that's all. Aren't they just little cuties? About 3 swallows and it'll be gone, but we'll just pack a lot in our lunch boxes. It's Barb. We're going to, there's no fucking room in this cab. We're going up here to trim some limbs with my little aloe man. And then we're going over on Dalton Road to trim some limbs on trees that are hanging over in the field. Yes, we need to be over there, but I'm going up here just to see if all this field is dry. Because if it is, I'll probably start chisel plowing after we get done with this. I'm going to spit in Mother Nature's face, as Jeff said, and then watch her spit in ours this weekend when it rains. it should be dry. We put a shit ton of tile into it 2-3 years ago. It went from being one of our wettest fields.
Hey, there's some golf balls.
Yeah, I've still got golf balls out here in places that where I hit them from in front of the shop. This went from being one of our wettest fields that we worked last to being now one of our driest fields that we can work first.
You need to fire the rock picker.
That was a little tacky right there, not bad. One spot, I think, for the most part. And with this sun and wind, get it turned up, that'll definitely help dry it out a little more. The goal is to try and get something planted before it possibly rains Saturday and Sunday. Alright, she decided she wanted that job. So she is cutting that limb down, or a piece of it off. And we will worry about pushing that off when we get done. Hang on, honey. I don't know if I can get her up to that one without her being worried about how tall it is. We're gonna find out. Alright, we're putting her in park. So you see what we're doing here. It's exciting, I know, but it needs to be done for the limbs that are hanging out into the fields. Especially when a tree is, you know, way bigger than what you're going to push off with the loader tractor by itself. So, turning you off now. Well, we didn't get them all. As you can see, we got a few up here we want to do, and a few back there. Barb's giving me hand signals about the snowmobile sign, so I guess we're gonna go over and pull them. But the old alloy man, Chinese fucking piece of shit little, I mean, it works good, don't get me wrong, but the batteries die so fast. We got what we wanted on top of the hill. We got those down there in the corner. It's just, no. I mean, it comes with 2 batteries. You need about 6 for as quick as it dies. And it is handier than using a regular chainsaw for, you know, 2, 3, 4 inch diameter limbs. But, I don't know. Guess you need about 4 of them. Then you wouldn't have that problem because you could just keep swapping batteries out, swapping batteries out. Alright, we have officially started turning dirt. What is it? About 2:30. Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, May 2nd. So, not sure you're going to get any kind of, you know, fancy footage out of this one. You're gonna get what you're gonna get because we want to keep moving with rain coming over the weekend. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they bring me my fertilizer like they said they would. But this is gonna be my test plot. No, I don't know if we're gonna plant this tomorrow. I haven't even contacted them, but I might as well get it turned up. So that's what I'm doing. But I plan on getting, I don't know, what is there, 10, 20, 43, about 53, 54 acres right here I can do. This is 11 acres if we don't get this planted, but we get the other planted. That's a good thing. So we're moving. All right, I'm here on the hill now. That field's done. Don't know if you can see Barb way down there. Let me see if I can zoom in. She's down there towards the barn. She's picking stone. The 5115, the rock picker. They're supposed to be coming between 1 and 1:30 tomorrow, and that field will be our test plot. I just talked to the fertilizer guy. He told me I'd have fertilizer in the morning. So yes, tomorrow, May 3rd, we're going to get something planted. So just so you can see, let me turn the radio down. I want to piss screw tube off. This is my hunting blind up on the hill. So it overlooks that woods, this field. Of course, the woods on the other side. And it narrows down back here, but this is where I'm pretty sure 2 years ago I filmed shooting that 10 point with the crossbow. So yeah. Alright, I'm out back now behind the shop. Well, 3 fields out behind the shop. I'm not going to zoom in, but the other side of my mother's house there across the road, that's where Barb is. That's where the test plot will be tomorrow, and then the field on top of the hill, which she's probably up there. This was the field that had the islands in it that we took out and then tiled it, and yeah, made it a lot better than what it was when I bought it. The older couple that lives that way over there. So I'm gonna finish this field, do that one there. I got a 10-acre field up the road that way, but I ain't gonna have points enough because these are gonna need to be flipped by the time I finish this field and that field, because I'm still running on last year's points. They need flipping. The other side's still good, so I can get, you know, 80 acres roughly. It's about 160 acres roughly out of a set of points between flipping them one side to the other. So maybe tomorrow I'll film a little of the test plot. Not that you guys, you know, haven't seen test plot before, and then just call this a video. They say the rain's supposed to hold off till like late afternoon Saturday, and then Saturday night, Sunday's gonna be ugly. So if we get what we want accomplished here, we'll get about 55 acres planted. And considering it's almost 6 o'clock Thursday night and it's just Barb and I, if we can get these 5 fields that equal roughly 55 acres planted by the time it rains Saturday night, we did well. But man, like I said, look at the freaking grass and shit growing in the fields. Yeah, we haven't lacked on moisture, but I'm surprised at how nice this actually is chisel plowing up. I mean, is there a tacky spot here and there? Yeah, but I thought things would be a little wetter than what they are, but they're not. So it is drying up fairly quickly. Here, I'll let you see that instead of in front of you. It's just, you know, we don't need to get rain 3 to 4 days a week. That's the part that sucks. Alright, we are planting the test plot. 115, I got the headlands all planted while I was waiting for them. We're actually putting that first, the third pass, the inside pass, the headland in the test plot. They're loading the seed up in their, whatever the hell it is, it's not a gator, but side by side, to come up here to this end. Because as those of you who have been with me know, we plant 8 rows up, we turn around, we put it down, we suck it out, we put in the new seed, we plant 8 rows back, turn around, put the planter down, suck it out, put in the new seed. Not doing 20 or 22 or whatever the hell the crazy ass shit was last year. That was a little ridiculous. I think they each brought like 8 each, but probably putting in 6 each. So not going to be any fancy footage of this neither, as far as, you know, putting the magnet out there, doing all sorts of crap like that. No. So alright, we're getting towards the end. I'm going to need both hands.
We'll put this plowing back on camera. You probably remember him from the farm show. So this is what they do. They put their Ghostbusters backpacks on, suck out what was in there, and then we pour the new seed in. And then we head back to the other end of the field and do it again. I'll tell you about one because I watched them. Yeah, that's probably good. It'll be cutting it close. But...
I got more seeds.
Alright. If I run out, if I stop before I get to the other end, you'll know why. Alright, headed to the other end of the field. Alright, so for you new people, you non-farmers, maybe new people, non-farmers, you'll wonder why we do this. Alright, the seed companies all do their own plots at their research farms. And I'm not saying they cheat, so don't get your panties in a bunch. But this is real world. My ground, as you can see, tons of baseball-sized rocks. You know, my planter, same fertilizer, same spray, same amount of anhydrous, you name it, everything is identical. So this way I get to see how the new seeds, the different varieties, work out on what I call real world. That's why I bother to do this every year. So now you know. It's always a neat view up here on top of the hill. Look at the freaking dandelion heads from when I field cultivated this earlier. Yeah, that's the only problem with all the rain we had in April, and it made the weeds and shit grow good. But I don't know how well you can see it, but the test plat field there is done. Pretty good straight rows too for being a non-GPS guy. Barb's down there in front of the shop right now. I'm assuming changing some field cultivator points because, yeah, there's probably a few that are unrecognizable anymore. They were getting down pretty good when she went up to do them 2 fields up there where I was last night. Now they say rain, chance of rain tomorrow morning, light, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna turn you off, then turn you back on because I gotta turn. That's just too hard to do. Turn on the headland with a GoPro stick in your hand. But anyways, not much rain, but like between 5 and 8 a.m. they say there's a chance. So I'll get all this. It's almost 4:30. Planted tonight. That's ready. The 10 acres up the road, I gotta flip chisel plow points before I can do that. So that all depends on what it does in the morning, because then it's supposed to be just cloudy the rest of the day, and then tomorrow night into Sunday is when the nasty shit happens. And then they say rain Wednesday, Thursday. But anyways, here's your one more thing, one last thing too, because I'm ending the video. So you know I'm on Instagram, Andy the Grumpy Farmer, and speaking of the rain, that's why I thought of this. So yesterday I put up an Instagram post and I said, screw it, I'm gonna start chisel plowing, start getting planting, you know, even with all the rain in the forecast. You can't get in the ground until you start working it. So you know, a lot of people commented back. Well, there was one person that commented back, no sense in complaining about what you can't control. No, I don't, that's an honest, you know, statement. I don't know how they meant it, whatever, but here's my beef. I commented back and I said, no offense, but you know, it's easy to say if you're guaranteed a paycheck every week with no matter what the weather is. And when I went to click, you know, to send it, it was one of them people that doesn't accept comments back. There's my beef. If you're gonna put yourself out there and you're gonna be a keyboard warrior, then put on your fucking big boy pants and turn that off so that people can comment back to you. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try to do this because I'm back to the headland already at the other end. So hang on, you might get vertigo like I do here. No, actually I didn't. I took it out of that hand before I started spinning the steering wheel. Yeah, some of you know how that worked last year. You ended up on the floor. But you know what? If you're gonna comment, have fucking balls enough to let somebody else comment back to you. So, I mean, some people will say, well, you put yourself out there on social media. Yep. And if somebody wants to comment to me, then have balls enough to let me comment back to you. So, you know, it's kind of like all these fucking college kids right now protesting on all these college campuses. Half of them don't even know what they're protesting about. I saw that one girl get interviewed and she goes, I really don't know what we're protesting about. She turns to her friend, do you know what we're protesting about? And her friend literally says on camera, no, I wish I was more educated. Yeah, that's our future, folks. What you see on TV going on right now, that's our fucking future. All those 18 to 22 year old little twats that don't have a fucking clue. So, and I bet you most of them have their thing turned off on social media too, so nobody can comment back to them. But holy fuck, I'm telling you, it's sad. But hey, you know, I'm just putting it out there that if you're going to comment, make damn sure somebody can comment back to you. Only seems fair, right? Alright, so we'll see you in the next one, whenever that is, depending on Mother Nature.